The shed was padlocked. Rust bled down its hinges like dried veins, crusted by time and secrecy. I wasn't supposed to be out back, just came for dinner, a casual drop-in. My brother, Mark, was grilling steaks like a man who had nothing to hide. But I heard it. A faint sound, whimpering, like something too afraid to scream. I followed it across the gravel, my shoes silent, my pulse loud. When I cracked open the door, the scent hit first. Damp wood, rotting cloth, starved breath. She crouched in the corner like a broken thing, skin stretched tight, hair matted to her skull. "I'm hungry," she whispered, barely audible. "Help me." I stepped forward, slowly. Then she turned, and I saw her face, familiar, burned into memory. But that wasn't possible, because she was supposed to be dead. Her name was Leela. She'd been my girlfriend, until she vanished 5 years ago. A missing persons case with no clues, no leads. One night she left my place, said she was going home. She never made it. Police assumed she was taken, maybe trafficked, maybe murdered. I grieved her in silence. Mark told me to move on. People disappear, he said. You can't save everyone. He moved on faster than I did. New house, new wife, new job. And now, this. Leela in his shed, skin and bone and barely breathing. And he smiled at me that night over dinner, like everything was fine. "Still single?" he asked. "You always were the sensitive one." I stared at him, didn't answer, didn't move, didn't breathe, just nodded, like always. I didn't confront him, not yet. Instead, I fed Leela quietly. Water, crackers, soft things that wouldn't rupture whatever was left inside her. She wouldn't speak much, not at first, only when I came alone, only when Mark was out. She whispered things then, words like basement, chains, punishments. My fingers trembled, but I kept them steady. Wiped blood from her mouth when she coughed it up. I installed cameras in the backyard, motion-triggered, discreet. I hacked into his computer from the guest room, found encrypted folders, dates, videos, journals. Leela wasn't the first, but she was the only one who lived. I copied everything to a drive, 3 actually, one for the police, one for the press, one for me. Mark never noticed. He'd always underestimated me. I waited until she was strong enough to walk, not far, just enough to step into the light. I brought her into the living room the night Mark got home from work. He stopped in the doorway. The color drained from his face like someone pulled a plug behind his eyes. "Leela?" he breathed. She didn't speak, just stood there, barefoot, silent, like a ghost conjured for judgment. I handed him the flash drive. He didn't take it, so I dropped it at his feet. "I know everything," I said. He stumbled back a step. "Mistakes were made," he muttered. "Mental illness." "I wasn't." I raised a finger, cut him off. "No. Just that. One word. Cold, precise, final." I walked him outside, told him to open the shed. He hesitated. I didn't repeat myself. He opened it. Inside, I'd hung photographs, still frames from the videos, documents, names of the others, victims long buried, his sins, laid out like an exhibition. He turned to me, shaking. "You ruined me." I smiled. "No, Mark, you did." That night, I sent the first flash drive to the local police anonymously. The second to a journalist who owed me a favor. The third, I mailed it to his wife, with a single sticky note. "Check the shed." By morning, the headlines were everywhere. Mark was arrested within 48 hours. Leela disappeared again, this time with my help. New name, new place, far from him. She didn't say goodbye. I didn't expect her to. She'd been buried alive for years. I was just the one who opened the coffin. People called me a hero. I ignored them. Because the truth is, I walked into that shed expecting to find a secret. I didn't expect to find the reason I stopped sleeping. The reason I no longer trusted anyone who smiled too easily. Mark used to hold me when I cried as a kid. Now, I see that memory for what it really was: rehearsal. The final image I have of him is burned into my mind, sitting in the back of the police cruiser, staring out at me like I betrayed him. But I didn't flinch, I didn't wave, I just turned and locked the shed behind me.